Come, Nerevar, friend or traitor, come. Come and look upon the... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were an Argonian. No, it's not a problem. I had just expected a dark elf. No, it's not because I think they're more capable or anything. It's just because you... No, dude, I don't have an issue with reptiles. Some of my best slaves were Argonian. All right, that came out wrong. Listen, what I'm trying to say is that... What? I'm sure you come from a very fine swamp. Very good with a spear. Assuming? I'm not assuming anything. That's just what you people do. The royal you. As in, look, we got off on the wrong foot. Together we shall speak for the law and the land and shall drive the mongrel lizards of the empire. Dogs. I meant dogs. Look, I'm sorry, I just really expected a Dunmer. What? Why? Because you were a Dunmer the last 8 fucking times. I don't know what the hell Azura's playing at, making you an Argonian, but I assume it's a joke. No, I don't think Argonians are jokes. Can we just fight? This is making me very uncomfortable. Is this how you honor the 6th house and the tribe unmourned? I am going to have sex with this female flame Atronach from Oblivion. I find the flame Atronachs in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion sexy. However, their body is made up of 87% fire, and 100% fire surrounds them. That could kill me if I tried to have sex with one. To remedy this, the flame Atronach casts a spell on me, making me resistant to fire. Keep in mind, resistant is not the same as immune. I still take damage. It is either 1 point or 0 points of damage each second I am having sex with her. Just because a particular second caused 0 points of damage does not mean that I did not feel anything. It just means I took no damage. I am not going to rush through having sex with this flame Atronach. I make sure I pleasure anything I have sex with, especially non-humans. I'd rather take damage than not pleasure the flame Atronach. The flame Atronach and I go to the plains of Oblivion to have sex. When having sex with non-humans, it is always sexier to have sex in their natural habitat rather than a human's natural habitat. The plains of Oblivion is the flame Atronach's natural habitat. Before we went into the plains of Oblivion, the flame Atronach let all the Daedra know that we are just here for sex. The Daedra will not attack us because they know that I am here at the plains of Oblivion on sexual business. This includes the Dremora. However, the Dremora Markinaz thinks that I am going to be an easy recruit for becoming a follower of Mehrunes Dagon, considering that I am having sex with a flame Atronach. However, I have no interest in becoming a Daedra. Come, Nerevar. Today we will draw the mongrel dogs of the Empire as Soyjaks and us as the Giga-Chads. We will create amusing strawman drawings of the false gods of the tribunal and send it to them through the internet. Come, I have prepared a computer for you within the heart chamber. Intruder? Impossible. Unless... Yes, I can feel his presence. The Nerevarine has arrived. I wonder, does he look like his previous incarnation? Maybe not. Maybe he came as a Nord twunk. But what if a handsome red guard?
Boa tarde, amigo.
What the fuck? The best part about making Kwama eggs is knowing Outlanders don't know how to. And it's important to make Kwama eggs to remind Nwaz that they aren't allowed to have anything good in life. They're allowed to have cheap wine and cyrodilic brandy. And fast food fried fishy sticks. And that's pretty much it. Hey, that's a pretty good egg. Not that a Noir would know. Listen closely, dear Nerevar. The joke is that the place is called Sneeds Feed and Seed, which is clever in itself, and quite funny to those with a mature sense of humor. But what's really just hilarious about it is that if you look closely at the front of this store, Sneeds Feed and Seed, you can see a line that reads, "Formerly Chuck's." Now, this might go over the average viewer's head as this is peak comedy. I doubt anything will ever be as funny as the joke about Sneeds Feed and Seed. Are you ready for this one, dear Nerevar? So, like I said, the place is called Sneeds Feed and Seed, and this sign says, "Formerly Chuck's," which means that when Chuck owned the place, well, I don't have to tell you.
After the bombs fell, Twitter continued as it always did, talking about trans rights and the problematic implications that an atom bomb could have on HRT production and export. It was only after the HRT ran out that the trannies took to another method of transforming their bodies. Soon, the Mojave was overrun by super trannies injected with the FEV virus, forever enraged by the fact that they didn't pass. Reddit never recovered from the cold, hard truth that Joe Biden accidentally fired off the nukes because he thought it was the alarm bell for his nurse. Some still say it was an alt-right conspiracy, and Donald Trump airdropped into his office and launched the nukes himself. Even now, the Reddit bunker is sustained purely on copium. Old-world social media like Tumblr, Facebook, and MySpace saw a short resurgence after the main Globohomo servers went down. Some were used as a way to contact families across the state. Others were used as a psyop to convince people that everything would be fine in a few years. But soon they would all fade into obscurity again. 4chan continued to be an ever-present online presence, baiting retarded raiders into ambushes, causing the NCR and Legion to seethe when they made unfunny Wojak memes about the bull and the bear. Soon, a new social media platform was propped up by Mr. House, promising even more free speech and less Jannies. Some migrated to the new platform, but found themselves at the mercy of NFT shills and the most unusable, god-awful website design they've ever had the misfortune of laying eyes upon. The two platforms would continue to wage war against each other, a battle for the new and the old, because shitposting never changes.
So why did I have an NPC named Pretty Kitty in my Morrowind test cell? You see, I'm incredibly attracted to female Khajiit. Every night I fantasize about large, furry breasts. I want a Khajiit to lick every square inch of my raging erection with her sandpapery tongue. I'd grab her tail and clap her cheeks as I whisper into her ear, "This pussy's pussy is tighter than chess club." If I was transported to the world of the Elder Scrolls, I'd put a half-human abomination into the belly of every female Khajiit I saw.
Learn destruction magic for home defense, since that's what the Founding Fathers intended. 4 bandits break into my house. What the Daedra? As I grab my wizard hat and spell tomes. Blow a sigil stone-sized hole through the first man. He's dead on the spot. Cast firebolt on the second man. Miss him entirely because I'm a Nord and nails the neighbor's dog. I have to resort to casting Firestorm at the top of the stairs. Tally-ho, lads. The Firestorm incinerates 2 men in the blast. The sound and spreading flames startles the horses. Summon Bound Claymore and charge the last terrified marauder. He bleeds out, waiting on the guards to arrive, since bound weapon wounds are impossible to stitch up, just as the Founding Fathers intended.
I own a dwarven crossbow for home defense, since that's what the Daedric princes intended. 4 outlanders break into my house. What the Mehruna's Dagon, as I grab my powdered mask and dwarven crossbow. Blow a Kwama egg-sized hole through the first man, he's dead on the spot. Draw my Daedric dart on the second man, miss him entirely because it's a fucking throwing weapon and it nails the neighbor's Nyx hound. I have to resort to the Dwemer construct mounted at the top of the stairs loaded with ebony throwing stars. Tally-ho and waz! The ebony throwing stars shred 2 men in the blast. The sound and extra shrapnel cause a panic in the silt striders outside. Fix keening and charge the last terrified fetcher. He bleeds out waiting on the ordinators to arrive, since triangular keening wounds are impossible to stitch up, just as the Daedra intended.